Well, one thing that we didn't really talk about from this last game, and I know we're sort of past that already, is Makai Lemon only had 63 yards.
Oh, that's fine.
And, well, no. I'm not trying to start a dialogue. I'm saying the fact that he only had 63 yards and a guy like McCree was able to put up 67, it shows the next man up level. And Jacoby Lane having over 100, like it.
Well, yeah, Jacoby did only have he had 3 catches and they were all 2 were deep balls.
He also drew some PI. Like that doesn't get appreciated enough.
Yes. Yeah. If you were to count on the PI yards, he would have 130, 140. So you are right.
Yeah. And I mean, looking at this poll as well, you have USC opponents, Oregon, Illinois, Notre Dame, and Michigan, right? So
4 top 25 teams.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull up the receiving votes because I have to imagine teams like Nebraska are in there.
I think so. I know BYU just missed the cut. They were, I think, at 94 votes. ASU was up there. USF was up there. Mississippi State was up there.
Nebraska received 9 votes.
Okay. I mean,
that's another team, obviously, USC plays.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you again, because we had a show a few weeks ago. We were talking about how could USC get in the CFP without winning the Big Ten? And that's still a sort of realistic thing in play. I know it's a very hard conference to win. It's probably the hardest to win. But how does USC get in now 3 weeks through the year? How does USC get in the postseason without winning the Big Ten conference?
Casey, I assume you're Jeff. This dialogue, I don't know what you're talking about. We're flip-flopping back and forth, but that wasn't trashing Makai Lemon. You're saying that, right? Of course.
That was not trashing Makai Lemon. I
think you were just complimenting the other receivers, right?
Yeah, it was the fact that Makai only had 60 and they still were able to control the passing game and have Lake McCree, a guy who I'm very high on, as you know. Yes. So yeah, but circling back, we talked about it earlier in the year. We talked about the 2 biggest games on the schedule are undeniably, and in my opinion, and I'm sure you'd maybe agree, Illinois and Nebraska, because no one expects USC to win at Oregon and Notre Dame, hands down, right? Illinois and Nebraska.
Look, we're going to get trash for this. Can we just say it that no one expects us to win those games?
Yes.
I think that's fair. The ESPN predictor does have, which I don't under ESPN, none of their analytics make any sense at this point, but
that was going 11-1.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't, maybe we are the issue, Casey. Look, all I am seeing on this team, on the field, though, and I hope I'm wrong. I see an 8-4 team. That is I see a team that has a lot of talent in one ends, but some big problems on the other.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to necessarily say I agree because I think my earlier prediction contradicted that, and I have no reason to change that because
you said 9-3 before the season started. Then we beat Missouri State, who actually 28-10 to SMU, not bad. But
they led by 10. They were 10-0.
Yes, but you said after we beat up on Missouri State, you said 11-1.
Look, I mean,
okay, come on.
That was 2 weeks ago. Can't reference 2 weeks ago. I agree with Jeff though. 8-4 is the floor because that assumes you lose.
Let me see. I'm gonna mentally go through the schedule. Keep talking.
Actually, I think 7-5 is the floor. I think you throw in Michigan in there.
Yes,
you throw in Michigan in there. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm posing.
I do think I think they're gonna beat Michigan, but it's we can't say that losing to Michigan is not a ridiculous. We can't say that losing to Michigan is a ridiculous concept because it's not.
It's college. It's every given Saturday. It's college football. They have a very solid team, got a bright young quarterback. They could win. Do I think it'll happen? No, but
exactly. I do want to address something because a couple weeks ago when we did another prediction, I think one of us said 31-24 Michigan, and someone commented a freshman quarterback would never put up 24 at USC. I hate to be that guy.
Dylan
Raiola did that last year. And I think Bryce Underwood and Michigan is a lot better than last year's Dylan Raiola. And of course, there are parts at USC that got better. But come on.
This freshman class is looking really good across the country. Bo Jackson at Ohio State, Jaron Kiawe Sangapula Tele at Cal.
Nice.
There you I mean, technically not really a freshman, like Julian Sand, you could throw him in there as well. Like, you know, the young guy, the redshirt freshman and freshman Floyd Bacard at USC.
Yeah, I was going to say, On Three featured him.
That Miami receiver, I'm blanking on his name right now, but him as well.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good freshmen right now that could change games, and USC is lucky to have a guy like Bacard who's doing a really good job. And I think there's more underrated freshmen on this team too. But with that being said,
Jeff, I am praying this happens. I hope this happens. Look, I know I'm negative. I come from a non-winning. I've never seen a team win a major championship really in my lifetime. That's the thing. Casey, you can't relate. You're a Golden State Warriors fan, San Francisco Giants. I'm from Portland, Oregon. I'm a Portland Trailblazers fan. I'm a Los Angeles Chargers fan. I know that sounds ridiculous. My mom's from San Diego. I've never witnessed a team win a major championship, so I'm always going to be very negative on these type of things. I hope they go to a conference championship. I hope they win it. I just don't see it happening of what I've seen on the field so far. It is early, 100%, but I don't know how a team who gives up 305 passing yards to Purdue wins the Big Ten.
Yeah, I mean it's fair. Like I don't know if I necessarily take that much of it with serious intent just because of the circumstances, but like I see your point. Like I don't fully disagree with you. We've seen this team fall apart before. We're used to it. I mean, you've been here longer than I am.
Yeah, you haven't even seen like a fun season. Yeah. At least I got to be here when we were 11-1.
New Year's Six Bowl. Yeah. The point we're trying to make is a floor of 8-4 or 7-5 is not a bad thing when that was the ceiling the past 2 years. Like that's not a bad thing at all. But with that being said, like they have to make
changes, and I think things like this, putting Ramsey back at safety. I don't think that's the only change you can make, of course. I think there has to be other things. And like we talked about, maybe that these are still the kind of feeler games. Maybe they're still trying to figure out what is going to work, what's not going to work. So I'm hoping that this would be true.
Yeah. And again, I think for both of us, like we're rooting for USC. Like we're students here, but we're very realistic in that, it's going to be a tough season regardless of the team on the field, because it's USC. It's hard. And Logan's putting Walker at Mike, which I don't hate that. Jaden Walker.
Yeah.
His physicality, he has been very fun to watch. I shouted him out earlier. He has been very, very fun to watch.
Yeah, no, there's just decisions like that I feel like need to be done in order to really show change, I guess, within the team.
Yeah. Just segueing a little bit, we've talked quite a bit about USC, but we have to sort of bring up the fact that UCLA 0-3 fired head coach DeShaun Foster after a season and 3 games. Terrence, immediate reactions after I'm sure you saw some of the New Mexico game, but
dude, I watched almost all of that game.
Yeah.
It was like, that is the most successful hate watch I have ever done. I love hate watching. That is the most successful one I have ever done. Casey, they are bad. Yeah, I don't know how much UCLA football you watch.
I watch every game. Yeah,
really, really bad.
They don't have like any talent, which is the crazy part. Like they have Nico, but he's not perfect.
He's not good, dude. He's not good.
No.
I'll just straight up say he's not good.
Yeah, I'm not going to beat around the bush. He's not good.
He is not a good player. Like he makes poor decisions. He can't throw the ball that well. And of course, if you would watch Tennessee games, then you'd kind of know he wasn't great. But Josh Heupel and that just offense made him look half decent.
Important. Yeah, he's making catches for the Raiders.
And obviously Dylan Sampson.
Yeah,
they made them look good where he didn't need to be phenomenal. He's bad.
And also, did you hear about like them inflating attendance numbers? Like they said there was 30 game.
Dude, I'm so serious when I say this. I have thought about the problem is I'm now working. I work Saturdays for you, like doing obviously college football, but USC stuff. I want to like go to a game at the Rose Bowl where there's like 40 people. I just think that'd be fun and like kind of like almost a surreal experience.
If USC has a bye week, I might take you up on that to go. Like, I would be down to hate.
The problem is there's no more games on Fridays, which is when I'd want to go. But we'll talk about this off air. They are really bad. And it's like I alluded to this when I said this. They could be historically bad.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, I don't know what firing DeShaun Foster does this year, but, like,
they've lost
maybe that'll change something. I don't know.
They've lost every top recruit.
Yes.
All
yeah.
the recruits are gone.
They had some pretty decent ones, too.
Yeah. I don't think DeShaun Foster was a great recruiter, but he was bringing in some 4-stars.
He definitely wasn't bad, is the thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's 2 perfect weekends already through 3 weeks is crazy. And Notre Dame didn't play week 2. So, pretty good so far. Both our rivals are defeated.
Are winless.
Yeah, winless, and we're undefeated. So, can't really get a much better start to the season as we come up here on 50 minutes. Terrence, is there anything big picture-wise you wanted to dive into? I know, couple of days away or a few days away before we're back at the Coliseum, but is there anything else you wanted to bring up?
Not too much. I am going to completely, once again, I hope I'm wrong. I am going to completely stand on my take that this team goes 8-4 because the road environment, we didn't even mention it. First win on Eastern time since 2012.
Yeah.
And they did it under bad circumstances. So I do want to shout out that no matter how bad the team is, those are weird. Casey, let's really quickly talk, though, because 8 p.m. kickoff this weekend. Big noon kickoff is in Champaign, Illinois in 2 weeks, which means for all you USC fans unaware, 9 a.m. kick for USC versus Illinois for their first big game of the year. The Trojans are kicking off at 9 Pacific.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that. I'm going to be there also. So
yeah, have fun with that, pal.
Yeah, I'm going to be thrown off because I have to drive a couple hours in the morning from Chicago to Champaign. But it sucks. But it's one of those things that is never going to change unless the Pac-12 becomes a thing again, at a serious level.
But even then, remember 9 a.m. kick versus Colorado 2 years ago. It's true. Once again, Fox.
But flying to Colorado is way less intensive than flying to, and doing that whole
middle of nowhere. Let's just say it. It's the middle of nowhere. It's nowhere. It's nowhere.
Yeah. It's a bigger trip, is my point. And so, yeah, it sucks. But they show that they could get a weird win with,
I guess, yeah,
killing time or whatever at the stadium. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but Matt Leinart will be there to talk some USC football at Champaign. So we can't complain there. I don't think I'll be able to watch the big noon show in person because I think I'll already be at the stadium because I think it starts like right around the game.
9 a.m.
Me, yeah, but that's the game we have circled on our calendars. At least first, we have a lot of these games circled.
Once again, I said this back a couple weeks ago. They win that game, I'm all in. Playoff or nothing.
Okay, well then we'll check back in with you about your playoff odds and playoff hopes for USC,
and we'll see this weekend. I think this is. It's a measuring stick game, so we'll see.
Yeah. Every game is a measuring stick game because they constantly get harder. But I think Illinois is probably still going to be ranked after this week unless something goes egregiously wrong. I don't know.
They're playing Indiana. It's not a bad team.
Not a bad team, but
I don't think they're very good. All they play is like
they won by 60 points against Indiana State. So yeah, that was
they're not good. Yeah.
Yeah. Fernando Mendoza, some people have him as actually one thing. Sorry to cut myself off. One thing I did want to say, I saw some mock drafts that have Zachariah Branch as like the 25th overall pick in the NFL draft.
Dude, he was very solid. I'll give him credit. Very solid against Tennessee. He is not. It's lightning in a bottle. That's what I heard someone describe him as. You're trying to catch lightning in a bottle with him. Let him burst out. He doesn't do that much that well, though.
Yeah. And I tweeted this out today, actually. He has he had 3 career receiving touchdowns at USC. He already has 2 at Georgia, which is kind of crazy to me. He just couldn't find the end zone at USC. It wasn't a QB issue. It's just he couldn't find the end zone. So yeah, that's kind of my final take. Anything else from you, Terrence, that you wanted to talk about?
Not much for me. Great show. Thank you all who participated in the comments. Jeff, our favorite. But I don't know. But I'm confident in this team. Am I? I don't know, Casey. I'm trying to talk myself into being confident about the team.
You're at war with yourself, man.
I am, dude. I'm just negative. I'm a negative fan. I'm a negative about these things. I just am. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm hoping they'll be. Once again, I am praying that they win that Illinois game because they'll look good if they beat that Illinois team.
Yeah,
blew the brakes off of Duke. So,
will USC be top 10 if they beat Illinois? Is that crazy to say?
No, definitely not. Definitely not crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's crazy.
Especially if Illinois beats Indiana this weekend.
Yeah, it'll only help, right? And maybe hope for a close game that sort of shows the insecurities of Illinois a little bit, but still a win for them, so they stay high ranked.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. But yeah, I think that'll just about do it, guys. Again, Jeff and the few others that were chiming in the comments, we appreciate you. We'll be back same time next week after the Michigan State game, hopefully at 4-0 and maybe a little higher in the AP poll. We'll see. But again, this is Casey Kausner, Terrence Holton here on Coliseum Chronicles Live, and we will see you in the next one.